Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video in my course vlog series. Today will be the continuation of my round at Sierra Star Golf Course in Mammoth, California. This video will be showcasing the back nine. So let's get started. 10th hole here is a 555 par 5. Up the hill, slight dogleg left. And if you guys watched part 1, you'll see that I didn't hit too many drivers today and I wasn't swinging it very well. So, kind of continued here, kind of skied this just a little bit. Got out and play though, right down the center. So, second shot, I have 280 in. And what really frustrated me was at 8,000 feet of elevation, the ball really does fly. And these par 5s, I wasn't able to get two a lot of the time. Just like this one, I have to lay up with a 6-iron. And I did catch a 6-iron just a little heavy, but did stay in the fairway, so should have a short shot in my third. Like I was saying, a 555 par 5, where I would normally play, would be tough to reach in two. Would be two really good shots. But out here, I felt like a par 5 that length, I should be able to get to at least within a couple yards of the green in two. So just a little frustrating having 81 yards in for your third. But I was able to take a 58-degree wedge and put this to about 15 feet. And this 15-footer is for birdie. If you guys watched part 1, you guys remember that the greens aren't in the best shape. You can see kind of just right behind me, or where I'm standing actually, how these greens looked. So we were playing 2-putt max today. It does not come into play at all on the back nine. So here we go, putt for birdie, 15 feet. Maybe. And it just ran out of gas at the end. It's not a good line. If I hit it just a touch harder, it might have fallen in that front right edge. So, not a bad par to start off the back nine. Here we are on to the 11th hole. 437-yard par 4. Once again, slight dogleg left, just a tiny bit downhill with water up by the green. And this is one of the narrowest tee shots on the course. It's probably 15 yards at the widest, and I just missed those trees on the right. I was trying to hit a draw, and with there being OB on the left, had to start a little bit further right, so I just missed those trees. Here goes second shot from 183 with a 9-iron. And normally I only hit my 9-iron about 160, but I was playing about a club downhill, then elevation was taking off another club, so I was able to hit a full 9-iron here. And that was probably one of my first good iron swings of the day. Unfortunately, I did just pull this one left with there being water on the right. Did not want to end up in that water, so not a terrible miss. And third shot here in the left green side bunker. And the sand felt pretty soft under my feet. And you can see, even here, you can kind of see it looks pretty soft. But I had played the day before, and even then I kind of struggled out of the bunkers. And unfortunately, that continued here. That ball just came up really high and just kind of flew over the back. So, very unfortunate shot there. Just kind of weird. The sand was it felt soft, but it was very thin, so the ball just the club just kind of went through it unhindered. So here we are, fourth shot from just along the green, 12 yards. So I have a longer fourth shot than my third shot. Once again, chipping with a 58-degree wedge. And really, this is something I gotta get better at. 58-degree wedge was not the play here because it was going to come out with too much spin. So I really should have used something like a 50 or 54-degree, kept it low to the ground, just let it run out a little bit more. Although I did give myself about a 5-footer for par, or for bogey. I really just try to roll this one in and limit the damage. And just 180 around the hole. So that was really unfortunate, and really not happy to walk off this hole to double after a good tee shot. So yeah, here we are on to the 12th hole, 321 yards. So it's a drivable par 4, but the trees on the left, you can see kind of in between my ball and me, kind of block out the tree. So I'm really trying to hit a draw around those trees and get this on the green. And that was probably my best drive of the day. Just roped it, turning over right at the flag, and you see I'm kind of watching it to make sure it actually doesn't go long. Because 321 yards at this elevation, I felt like I could have hit over the green.
Although I think
so I did get very lucky here. This ball landed about an inch into the bunker and just killed it. I think if it missed the bunker, it's over the green, and there are some bushes back there.
That's one way to do it.
And you can see that second shot.
I'm definitely hitting behind it.
Once again, just struggling out of the bunkers today. Actually, thought I hit enough stand behind it, but it caught all ball, and I got really lucky that ball hit the lip. It's not just short of the green here after a terrible bunker shot. Going for birdie. It's about, once again, 20-footer. And I really don't want to walk off this hole with a par after almost driving the green. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. So very disappointing par there, but a par nonetheless. So trying to keep the momentum going on to the 13th hole. Par 4, 413 yards. And this is where I really have to get better. That tree on the right sticks out pretty far into like probably the right side of the fairway. And I don't like hitting a cut. So I don't know why I decided to tee up on that side of the tee box. My ball did end up going right into that tree. It did get through, but if I teed up on the left edge of the tee box, I definitely would have had a very clear shot and not had to worry about that tree. So now second shot, 183 yards. And I'm just trying to lay up short of the green. There is water short of the green, but I'm just trying to keep it short of that. And this ball just jumped off the face. I mean, it got up quickly and actually clipped a branch on that first pine tree. So I actually didn't think this ball was going to carry the water. So I did end up getting very lucky with this ball carrying the water. So now 40 yards for my third shot. Hitting a 58-degree wedge. And I'm just trying to fly this one a little left of the flag and kind of carry it most of the way back there. Because this green does bounce hard to the right. And that's exactly what that ball did. That ball, one of the guys I was playing with told me that ball went right next to the hole, about 2 or 3 inches from going in. So that was good to hear. So now I have a putt at par. And after hitting 2 trees on this hole, I'm very fortunate to have a putt at par. So this is about a 7-footer. And really trying to keep the momentum going and roll this putt in, see if I can keep building on a couple par saves. And I was able to roll that one in the center, so good par there. So now moving on to the 14th hole.
Yeah.
Par 3, 175 yards. I'm hitting an 8-iron here. And I knew when I was picking this club, or shooting my yardage, I was right in between clubs here. So I decided to take a little bit more club because I knew short was not a good place to be. So I hit it well, and it started just right and was turning over right at the flag. And there is a little ridge a couple pieces behind this flag that I did unfortunately end up on top of. But with the greens being as slow as they were, I wasn't too bothered about it. So here we are now, putt for birdie. This is about a 30-footer down the hill. And really, I'm just trying to get this ball trickling over the edge and then let gravity do the rest. And I knew if it ended up short, then I was just really unlucky. And I barely hit that ball over the edge, and it rolled about a foot past the hole. So very happy with that putt. I'm very happy to walk off this hole with a par. I did play this hole the day before, and this pin was almost in the same spot as it was the day before. So it's very nice to know kind of the breaks on the screen. 15th hole here, par 4, 380 yards, and once again I'm hitting a 2-iron. And you can see I'm aiming pretty far left here. This hole does dogleg left, but in the yardage guide it says there's a pit on. It tells you where the trouble is, and I'm gonna read exactly from the yardage book here. It says trouble, unfortunately all over, trees on the left, the pit of despair on the right, and a creek fronting the green. So when I played the day before, I did actually end up in that pit, the pit of despair. So I really wanted to take this ball as far left as I could, and myself just a wedge into the screen now. At the front pin, so I'm just really trying to make sure I carry that creek. Hit it pretty well. Actually, kind of forgot to turn off the camera here, so I had to run back over and turn that off. So here we are. Birdie putt on 15, about a 15-footer. And the day we were playing this, the guys I was playing with, we were playing a little skins game. So I actually had this putt to tie the hole and drained it. So second birdie of the day, so that felt really good to make and kind of pissed off the guys I was playing with because they didn't think I was going to make that. Here we are onto the 16th hole. Par 4, 443 yards. Hard dogleg right. And I think this is one of the tougher holes on the course, at least for me. It is the second hardest handicap hole. Hit that one pretty well, right down the center. The reason it's hard for me is I don't like hitting a cut, especially with the 2-iron. So I'm having to work the ball right to left. And you can see the views from the second shot here. And that's one of the biggest things about playing this course is, you know, the course may not have been in the best shape, but the views made up for it. And unfortunately, I did not document those views very well. So if you guys ever get a chance to go play this course, I would highly recommend taking a minute and looking at the views around the course. So that was an 8-iron from 184, slightly downhill, and this ball really just kind of jumped off the face. And it did end up going just a touch long and left, but that was my miss with the bunker short left of the green. So 11 yards, 58-degree wedge now for my third shot off a downslope. And unfortunately, this ball did come up just a touch too high and kind of rolled a little further than I wanted it to. Although it wasn't a terrible shot, left myself 6 feet here for par. And it might be 6 feet, a little too far on a shot like that, and it is. But the way I was chipping and off that lie, I was going to take 6 feet because I was putting pretty well. Here we are for par. And I thought I lined this ball. In the moment, I thought this ball started just too far right because of my line. Going back and looking at the video, I did just push this putt a little bit, and that is definitely my problem when it comes to putting. I do end up pushing some putts, pushing too many putts. So here we are onto the 17th hole, 365 par 4, hard dogleg right again. And so there's a bunker straight down the center of the fairway, or just through the fairway at about 360, or 260, sorry. Unfortunately, that's exactly where it ended up. So now second shot here from 124 yards. I'm hitting a 54-degree. And I'm definitely not great out of fairway bunkers. So what I try to do now is I put the ball further back in my stance and lean back, which is going to bottom out the swing point, and you're going to pick it a little bit cleaner. And that's exactly what I did there. I was able to get this on the front of the green. It did kind of land in the middle and just zip back, unfortunately, but on the green too. So I have about an 80-footer here for birdie. And really, as slow as these greens are, I'm really just trying to whack this ball as close as I can. And with the style that I putt, lag putts are always tough for me because I can't generate enough of a swing. And you'll see this ball did end up coming about 10, 12 feet short. So now I have a 12-footer for par. And I really did not want to miss this putt. Really looking at just kind of hitting it firm and trying to take out almost any break. And that's exactly what I was able to do. Rolling in for a par. So now we're on to the 18th hole. Par 3, 196 yards. It does only play 215, but this pin was front. So I'm hitting a 7-iron here. And really, I'm just trying to make a good swing on it. I know I have the yardage to get there. So if I can get this anywhere on the green, I was going to be pretty happy. Hit it well, and it did come off the club just a touch skinny. So I'm kind of watching to make sure it got on the front of the green. And at first, it didn't look like it got there, but it did just end up getting its way onto the front edge of the green. So here we are for birdie, about a 25-footer. And I was telling myself, there's no point in leaving this short. And just broke a little too much. So I'll go ahead and tap that one in for a par. So 39-37 for a 6 over 76 today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.